What goes on, people? Welcome to Den Night, and today we're going to be reviewing the Dark Horse, Link, and Ganondorf statues from, I believe this is from, yes, Twilight Princess. I'm judging by Ganondorf, just the design. As you can tell, there's no boxes for these. These were a eBay find of mine of many years ago. Couple little things to note as far as my particular examples, but I'll get into that as we review it. So let's do Link first, because I think he's the more shining example of what I'm talking about. I will always say I like Dark Horse's stuff, but the bases to me always feel like very cheap. This is very light for what it is. Ganondorf maybe not so much, and they're always very simple too. I guess you could argue the base isn't what you're supposed to look at, but just something I've always noticed with their stuff. Anyway, real basic normal Link tunic setup. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but Link especially, I can tell whoever I bought these from definitely had them in direct sunlight, because his shield is very faded. Like, this is barely blue. And the Master Sword too. A lot of the purple. I don't know why the weapon and the shield in particular got hit the hardest, but the hilt of the Master Sword is like a very light purple now. And if you know the Master Sword, it's always like a very dark purple. Like I said, I mean, Ganondorf has some fading too, but I think this is way more obvious. So he got hit the hardest and somehow got hit the hardest on both sides. So I don't know where this was kept. I gotta say though, shield-wise at least, I like the way it looks. It looks very weathered and like it's been through some shit. And displaying these two together, especially at this point, like would have been through some shit. So I can appreciate how the shield is. The sword I'm a little bit mixed on. It's not super noticeable, but I definitely notice that it's faded. Especially around the handle area. It's almost silver at that point. But other than that, I mean, I didn't have it from new, so I don't know how deep all the colors were, but those seem to be the only things that jump out at me. Other than that, though, I do like the figure. Definitely looks like him from the game. All the paint detail and sculpting is very spot on. I don't see any splotching or anything. I would complain about the sheath. Just, it obviously looks like it's a sculpt and not like it's an actual usable sheath. I know it's not supposed to be usable, but I appreciate when they add the detail to make it look like it can be. And I don't know if it's this way in the game in particular, but especially on my other Link statue I did in the previous video, the sheath matched the Master Sword, as in like it was a purple sheath to match the hilt of the sword. So I don't know if this is an example of another weird example of paint fade. It doesn't look like it just because of the blue, but it's something I'd have to look into on the game itself just to see. I'm noticing now too, these little tassels on his boots. Almost looks like something was on the boots and got broken off, but if you look closer, they're just tassels, which cool little detail. He's got the pouches on the back. They did at least sculpt it with the bracer for the shield, and you have the handles there too. Pay attention to detail. The hair has very nice shading. Overall good. I like it. Other than the fade, excellent eBay pick, but like I said, I'm mixed. I can live with it. Now, Ganondorf, he definitely also has some fading in the armor. He got hit really hard by the sun too. But again, I'm not gonna hit it too hard because it should be pretty worn armor. Ganondorf is not a lord that tends to just sit on a throne and wait, even though that's how he's depicted a lot, but he does get down and dirty when he needs to, so I don't think his armor should be pristine looking all the time. He does have a lot more weight to him than the Link one. Obviously, he's a much bigger. I do wonder if that scale is correct, because I mean, he's looking like he's 8 or 9 feet tall. I don't know canonically what he's supposed to be. I know he's taller than Link, but seems a little exaggerated. But I do like all the detail they put into his armor. Paint's good. I don't see splotching or anything, of course. Like I said, I do like Dark Horse's stuff. Just the bases to me always kind of come across kind of like cheap. And in the back, good cape. It'd be nice if it was cloth, but I don't hate this. Still got the detail of like cape folding. I don't know what you call that, but it does have a little separation here. Only on that side though. This side's still connected. Good detail in his hair. And the crown and all that. I don't think his hair is quite as... How do I say this? His hair looks a lot more fake than Link's does. No, that's just because of the color or the sculpt itself. A little less convincing. You know it's a statue. But I do like the face sculpt. If it focuses, very intimidating look. Too many colors on this guy to focus. So, overall, good statue. I'm glad to have them both, even if they do have some faults with the fading. So, with that said, let's get in the showcase. And here we have them in the showcase. Just stuck them next to the other Link I did a while back for now. I'd like to get more figures like this if they make them. I really haven't looked into it too deep, but I like this version of Ganondorf. I like this version of Link. Pretty happy with them overall. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all those YouTube things. Share this with someone who might be a Legend of Zelda fan or a collectible fan in general. And as always, keep collecting. Bye.